The internet is furious again, and this time it's because a widower dared to rebuild his life. That's right, Kentucky Representative Thomas Massie announced on social media that he recently got married to a former congressional staffer, Carolyn Moffa, just 16 months after his late wife Rhonda passed away unexpectedly. And almost immediately after the announcement, the grief police showed up in full force. They criticized the congressman for marrying too soon. They accused him of not loving his late wife enough, and even threw around accusations that the relationship with Carolyn must have begun before his late wife died. Now, here's what most people don't realize. It's actually very common for widowers to remarry relatively quickly. It's also common for them to marry someone already in their social or professional circles, someone they know and trust. None of Massey's behavior is unusual. The real issue is that our society doesn't understand how grief works or how men process loss, and that ignorance leads to misconceptions, judgment, guilt, and a lot of the stupid comments you see online. Now, some of you might be wondering, well, Abel, how do you know that the congressman is ready to open his heart again? And the truth is, I don't know Representative Massey personally, but neither does anyone else criticizing him online. And that's the point. We don't get to determine someone else's emotional readiness just because it doesn't line up with what we think we might do in that situation. Grief doesn't follow a schedule. There isn't a calendar that you flip to where suddenly on month 16 you suddenly receive permission to date and open your heart again. Grief is deeply personal. It's an invisible process that plays out differently for every person. The heart doesn't forget, it grows, and love isn't a limited resource. When someone finds the courage to open their heart after a devastating loss, that should be something we honor, not attack. And if you're a widow or widower who chooses not to date or remarry, or you believe you would never date again if your spouse passed, that's fine. It's your choice. But that doesn't make you morally superior, and you don't earn virtue points for remaining alone forever. So please, stop policing the grief of others. Stop telling widows and widowers how long they're required to suffer. Life doesn't end when a spouse dies. It continues. And for those who find love again, we should celebrate the new chapter, not shame them for turning the page. I'm Abel Kia, author of the book Dating a Widower, and thanks for watching. We'll see you all next week.